Perfect timing.
Avengers!
Check. Harry. Boner. Can we hear you? Give me an ovary, boner.
Boner it out.
We love live troubleshooting.
Hair just grew on my chest by saying it. All right, Manimal's making some oregano pizza on camera right now.
I have a little bit of a marijuana cigarette. And we are back in the Avengers Stadium.
The new number is...
Where do the Avengers live? Avengers headquarters. Where do the Avengers headquarters altogether? How's it going, guys?
My wife says I should get with the Muslim girl.
Get with a Muslim girl. Who's this? Serbia or what?
She's like, maybe you need somebody more disciplined.
More discipline.
Because I was telling her about the Nas interview, and I was like, yeah, shout outs to Nas. Thank you for that time. You missed out, Harry. We were singing, where Harry at? Where Harry at? But I respect the discipline, but I like my wife the way she is.
You don't want to put her in a
Marks.
Kabibi, a burqa? What do you call that? Is that a burqa?
Yeah, and then tighten it around the neck.
I love 90 Day Fiance. I was just watching before we came on the end of an episode.
There's some hot chicas.
It's a girl that's like American, and she's like lily white, blonde hair, blue eyes, from California, and she's like, I'm gonna go move to Egypt and marry this Muslim guy. And he's like, cover your fucking head. And she's like, I don't want to cover my hair. He's like, no, you don't understand. Like, you have to do it. Then one day she's like, I want to meet your friends. He's like, don't ever ask me that again. He's just, and she's like she's getting pissed at him. But I was like, why'd you convert to Islam if you didn't understand anything about the religion?
I feel like there's a lot of that going around these days.
Yeah, she converted to a crazy
People just doing a whole bunch of shit they don't really understand.
Yeah, she converted to a religion that's very strict and highly disciplined, which I respect because I'm also pious. So I respect their piety, but it's not exactly a religion I would subscribe to.
I mean, those guys are Bill Gates without Microsoft. Like the guys on 90 Day Fiance. So it's like
I had no
those guys would
what
convert.
that was supposed to mean.
The women are like out of this world. And
Oh,
then the
you guys see when
moms,
they get them from Colombia.
yeah, I think that's the one I see with the mom with the glasses and the bob cut. She's
Oh,
like,
yeah.
I don't trust the mamacita in the house.
I don't trust that mamacita. Yeah,
She's
'cause
like,
that
I love your song. I love your song. No, you don't.
Can you do that again, Ike?
Voices are always dangerous territory. We're always trying to get nice when the voices come out.
Harry's back in auto tune.
You fucking kidding me? Fuck piece of shit.
Harry, what are you showing us now?
Fuck this. Fucking piece of shit.
what
Fucking.
was that?
Imagine he's got the waistband boner going on as he looks.
Is that a crotch shot? Harry, this is why I didn't want to spend the weekend with you in South Carolina. I was like, oh, I gotta spend it with Harry. I was like, fuck that.
Who's
I
big
was, like, I
spoon?
was saving you, Harry. Because I smoke. Actually.
That's good. That's good. That was very friendly of you.
Oh my god, I was in Austin, Texas.
Very of you, Harry.
I did like a 4-day retreat. And at the retreat, I wasn't sleeping great because it was like bunk beds and I was hyped. So like the last night, I stayed an extra day and I crashed at my boy's Airbnb. He was like, dude, you snored so fucking loud. I couldn't take it. I'm like, dude, that was the first time I slept in 5 days. I was like, I stood up for like 4 days. I was like, I wanted to make the most of the experience.
I believe it.
I did.
Oh,
We
we
had a
some
good-
damn good fights this weekend. Yeah, our brains are in the same place, man. We're sharing the
Yeah,
same
we're-
single brain cell tonight.
Mind melding tonight.
Yeah, exactly. But yeah, UFC 286. Leon fucking get it done in impressive fashion. Yeah, he
I thought it
styled
was
him.
close, actually.
Did you? I thought that was pretty wide. I've seen some people call him like robbery and this and that. I thought
wouldn't say
Leon pretty
robbery.
clearly won that fight,
I
even
wouldn't
with the
say
point
robbery.
deduction. I
I
thought
gave it to Leon
Usman.
Edwards.
Yeah,
But I
I just thought
gave
Usman looked just slow. It looks like the age and the injuries is all starting to finally catch up with him, which it does for everybody at a certain point. It's unfortunate. He was a great champion. Had a lot, 5 title defenses, I think. Yeah, it's gonna go down as one of the best welterweights of all time for sure. But it unfortunately seems that ship has sailed.
Yeah, it was a
Yeah, I mean, what do you? Okay, so hold on. First, Leon Edwards did play a good game plan. But I gave Leon Edwards 3 rounds. I gave Kamaru 2 rounds. He had a couple of good exchanges. A part where he had him against the cage, that was a good exchange. He was landing shots too. Leon Edwards, the much sharper, the cleaner of the striking, but it wasn't a blowout, and he didn't get knocked out. So
There's
it
more
wasn't as
victory there.
dominant as the fight before it. Who's Leon Edwards' coach?
I think he trained at a smaller gym in Manchester.
Come on, son. You got it. You gotta pull it out of the darkness, son. You're
Don't let him
acting like
bully
a
you,
bitch.
son. Don't
Rock,
let him
come
bully
on,
you,
Rock.
son.
But, like, I know he trained with his brother Fabian. Like I think they just have like a smaller outfit somewhere out in Manchester. I don't think he trains at one of I don't think he's a Great Britain top team. I don't think he's at one of the big gyms out there.
Well, I'll tell you what, he had a good game plan. He moved well.
Yeah.
But yeah, I didn't think it was a blowout. It was good for him. But I could have seen it if it went the other way. I wouldn't have been shocked. I know you think it was a blowout, but I was like, I gave it 3-2. I gave it to Leon Edwards. I got him winning.
Yeah.
How'd you see Terry?
I had him winning 3-2 for sure. And it was funny because everybody in the bar was freaking out over the takedowns and stuff. They don't even count. Just sitting there like they don't count at all.
Got to do something with it.
You
Got to do something with it.
Exactly. I mean, back in the day, they counted. Each takedown counted for a point, but not or whatever. They did count back in the day. Now they don't. Not it has to be effective like everything else. So it's it's silly, but most people don't know the rules, and that's on them. And that's why they get butthurt and pissed off when they see fights and a score, and they're like, I don't get it. And it's like, watch it. Maybe one more time.
Well, sometimes the judging does suck, but
there were a couple of tough spots on that card. I thought Roman Elidze pretty clearly won that fight against Martin. When I heard the 30-27 scorecard, I thought, okay, it has to be Elidze because there's no way you can score round 1 for Marvin. No way.
No way. Yeah, I mean
that's
crazy,
that, man.
And I'm biased towards Marvin Vittori because he's Italian. So even though he's an asshole, I don't want to be that regular Guinea that hates other Guinea. I want to support my fellow Guinea.
You don't want to be a self-loathing Italian.
No, no. There's no such thing as a self-loathing Italian. It's an Italian loathing Italian. I don't loathe me. I'm the best Italian. Fuck you. You were such Italian. That's how the Italian way works.
Harry's biased towards Muhammad Makayev.
Yeah. Fuck that
That's
guy.
why the Roman wars were so brutal, because there's a bunch of stubborn dudes who were like, no, Rome's the best. No, this other town, there's a bunch of towns that we don't really keep the name of, that the Romans essentially slowly conquered their neighbors, a bunch of other hard-hitting Guineas, and they just incorporate them. But whatever. So speaking of fights, Gaethje Fiziev, I actually wasn't calling that. Like even Gaethje winning, I thought Fiziev
for Fizzy.
Yep.
I scored the first and second round for Fizzy, but I understand it's always going to be tough to win a fight when you're the one wearing the damage, when your face looks as jacked up as his face looks at the end of it. But another terrible scorecard. How do you give Justin Gaethje a 10-8 for that third round? How do you do that? Fizzy came out and buzzed him twice in the first minute of the round, had him staggered a little bit, had him clearly hurt, and that alone to me is enough damage to prevent a 10-8. I don't understand what we're doing here.
You think just the optics? How busted
I think a lot of optics, but yeah.
I guess. I don't know what else it could be.
I think third, but I guess that like I guess it falls into the effective striking. You know what I mean? Like what was your effect on your opponent? That's the only rationalization I could come up with why so they would go, okay, well he's wearing. You know what I mean? Other than that,
looked more effective.
Yeah.
And
right.
the leg
and I have
kicks,
no
too.
problem. Oops, sorry, man.
The leg kicks, which I was surprised. I was saying Fiziev is going to make a difference in this fight because he's going to check the leg kick. Motherfucker didn't check the leg kick. He's a Muay Thai fighter that wasn't checking the leg kick. And I think I'm probably missing something that it looks slower on video, but like he's probably throwing it with very little telegraph because he hits everyone with it. If he hit a good Muay Thai fighter like Fiziev with it, then that kick is coming out with no real tell because he's landing on everybody, even a good Muay Thai fighter. I thought previously it was like, oh, he's only hitting everyone with that kick because they suck at defending it. But
no, you gotta give him props at a certain point. Yeah, but I think part of it too is grappling threat, the wrestling threat from Gaethje. Even if he doesn't use it a ton, he used it a few times in this fight. He showed Fizzy the level change a few times, just made him think about it. So I wonder if he was hesitant to open up his hips, hesitant to give him anything off that leg kick. Maybe he felt it was a better game plan for him to just eat them rather than wind up on his back for a few minutes or something.
Never. Checking a kick is going to wind you up on your back.
Fair.
Check the kick. That'll never wind you up on your back. Check the leg kick. Like, I'm not saying he could have because of the speed of the action, but, like, you want to try to check the leg kick. Like, there's no downside to checking it other than your shins. And for a real Muay Thai fighter, I don't think it's going to be an issue.
I don't think we're worried about Fiziev's shin conditioning.
Yeah, like I'm sure that guy's kicking trees in Thailand.
Yeah. No, I don't think anybody who trains at Tiger Muay Thai, I don't think you have to worry about shin conditioning.
Yeah, exactly, right. It's like, so he should have been able to, but so I'm curious. I guess he couldn't pick up the read. I'm telling you, Gaethje, I give him props because he's throwing that kick way fast.
For sure. And again, wouldn't call that a robbery by any means. I have no problem with scoring that fight for Gaethje if you want. I think 2 was the swing round. I thought 1 was pretty clear for Fizzy. I thought 3 was pretty clear for Gaethje. I thought 2 was the swing round. I think you could genuinely score that round in either direction. No problem with that. But the 10-8 round 3 is what did it for me. That's crazy. That feels like you just looked at your scorecard and you were like, oh, I feel like I picked the wrong guy. So now I have to find a way to finagle my way into Gaethje winning.
Oh, 10-8. Yeah, because I almost like when they do it the Pride way, when it's like judge the fight overall.
I like that. Ryzen does that. I believe One Championship still does that. Where they judge the. I think they do. They judge the bout on a whole rather than round by round.
What?
It's only the second decision for Gaethje in the UFC.
Judge the fight overall, or do they do it round by round?
Oh, I'll find out for you.
Yeah,
I'm curious. I'm pretty sure they do it as a whole.
Risen does. I'm sure Risen does it the Pride way.
Yeah, for sure.
You asked if one is doing it or who?
No, Risen, I'm sure does it the old school Pride way. That it's just whoever they think won the fight, and then. But does one do round by round scoring, or do they?
I'm looking it up. I'm curious.
Yeah, I'm curious.
I would like the yellow cards for like the finger pokes, cage grabs, nut shots.
Who does that? Risen or one?
Maybe just.
So they use Gamma. So it's Gamma's rule set with I guess 4 One Championship. Well, that's an event of decision. There's a lot. Decision wins get a round by round. Yes.
Decision wins get round by round.
Yep.
All right.
Wait. The 3 judges will score the bout in its entirety, not round by round. Sorry.
Oh, so One Championships, they judge it?
The whole bout in its entirety, not round by round.
Oh, wow.
I had to.
Nice Japanese meat. Japanese metal.
Harry's getting a yellow card.
Harry wants me to make it to South Carolina. He can't even make it on the podcast. Gotta cook Passover dinner, Harry. Stuffed cabbage. Get ready.
Yeah, I can't believe that fight went to the decision. I thought somebody was gonna
I
die.
make Tammy's grandma's recipe. Do you like stuffed cabbage? It's really good.
It can't be that soggy.
It's sweet.
Needs to be a little crispy. What do you put, like raspberry in it?
No,
Or
brown
cranberry?
sugar. Brown sugar.
Oh,
Do you want to know their judging criteria? Because it's different.
Yeah, I love to.
So theirs is near knockout, near submission, damage, internal accumulated, superficial, striking combinations, and cage ring generalship, ground control, and superior positioning, earned takedowns or takedown defense, and aggression.
Oh, interesting. Different judging criteria.
Mm-hmm. I like that. And that's for MMA. They have Muay Thai, kickboxing.
So then they have different judging criteria for each art, then,
Yeah.
right? Oh, that's pretty nice. I like that. Oh, that's pretty cool. That has that Japanese feel, right? It's like, who won that fight?
Yeah.
Tell me who won that fight, not who won that round. Who edged it? Like, who won that fight, right? So then you'd be like Gaethje. Then you'd be like, oh, Gaethje won that fight. It's hard to like look at those dudes and be like, who won? If you ask Fiziev, he'd be like, yeah, I lost that fight, right?
are they gonna
Hey, Harry,
do
what do you think?
Poirier?
Oh, I think about what? I don't even have fucking. I pay $90 a month for goddamn internet for fucking Optum, and it just shits out once a day. And it's always in the middle of something. It's never a time that's fucking convenient for me. It's at the fucking worst, shittiest, most inconvenient, annoying fucking time it could possibly do it. Oh, I hate utilities. I hate bills. I'm gonna go live in the fucking wilderness. I'm so fucking done.
I'm built for the wilderness.
I know, man. Let's start a fucking commune somewhere.
Those
and
are
shit.
Listen, I tell Kerry all the time.
Let's do a Waco.
Waco?
You could get a place not that expensive, especially if 5 or 6 people chipped in. And my farming's been getting better. Gordon's great with farming and chickens. Kerry got a good green thumb.
Yeah.
Like, you're good, right? Oh, you know what I'd love to get
I can
into?
hang out.
Place? Well, first, we could do training camps at the place. Put a studio up there.
Mm.
If it ever went down again, you could bug out there. You know, it would be nice if it was in the island, but there's no real spot where you could get like real land in the island.
No, maybe like
I
all the
saw-
way out in Suffolk, all the way out east, like the North Fork and shit. But
And even then, what are you going to get? 2 acres?
right, and it's still gonna be fucking pricey.
I don't know if I sent you. It was like 75 acres upstate. It was like 650 with a 5-bedroom house.
Oh, that rules.
And then
Wow.
like
Sounds
you
so
have your own
delightful.
pond. Huh?
That sounds so delightful. The idea of not having to ever interact with my neighbors sounds so lovely.
Mm. Yeah, I'm
I
not,
heard Montana because of the show Yellowstone. Like the price of living went up because of that show.
Oh, really? That's like Ozark, right?
Yeah.
Where's I've never seen Ozark. Where's that?
Ozark's great. I think,
Missouri.
yeah, Lake Ozark. It's like a big.
I do
like,
respect how
spring break
Jason Bateman
party
can do
town.
serious,
It's
funny,
a big
serious,
spring
funny.
break spot because the Ozark Lake is nice.
Yeah, it's like Panama City Beach for people from the Midwest.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Ron Gracie's got a spot out in Montana too.
I saw
Who?
he's back. They just booked
Ron
him.
Gracie. Yeah, man.
Oh,
Out of witness
Man,
protection.
Crone, whatever the
Kron, right?
Crone.
Kron. I don't fucking know, man.
You say Crone, I say Crone.
I was trying to see if Ray could. I was like, right. If there's any guy I could fight in UFC, it'd be Kron.
Yeah, honestly, yeah.
Yeah.
And then
I
we
mean,
see
Matter
Manimal
of-
doing the head-to-head bow after the fight, and they're like kissing each other, and
Yeah.
like
Man,
Right,
well,
like,
I think you could take Chase Hooper at 145. You could
Yeah.
submit that kid. He doesn't have any.
he would put him
striking.
in detention. He
Fuck
would
that
slap
shit.
his knuckles. Oh my god, that'd be bad. He would
That's
take his lunch
That's
money.
a genuinely winnable fight for you.
Yeah, those are winnable fights.
Peter Parker versus Thor. Oh,
Roger Huerta right now.
Yeah, Huerta's been on a tough little.
does
He's had
he
a
stay
tough
out of
little
trouble?
run.
I feel
This
like
would
he
be
would be
perfect.
part of like a narco.
We're in
right
the
now.
right spot.
I saw him in what was his last fight? In one?
Was it one or was it
Oh, I don't
Bellator? I forget.
It was one of. It might have been
It might have
Bellator.
been-
You
There
be
might have
right.
been
Was it
haystacks behind him.
Bellator,
He bounced around there, but I'm going to make a mental note of that one.
He was
That's
on the
an
cover of
interesting
Sports
fight.
Illustrated.
Roger Martha would be a good fight. That'd be great. That'd be a good one. Because striking wise, you still got to be careful. But on the ground, I'm gonna have to say far superior. So it's a matchup I like.
Yeah.
And then he's a little older and slower now.
You also have the benefit of not getting knocked out in your last 6 consecutive fights.
He's fighting at 170.
I'm fresh. The only time I forget my name is a lot of drugs. So
Harry.
Blood in, blood out, ese.
it's fucking 2023. What's going on? What century is you're into that in, Harry?
Oh man.
I got a lot of candles burning out here.
Is that a Jewish joke?
No. Today I told you today's I got all my candles going. I made a wand, Kerry.
Mm-hmm.
Would your dream fight be Dylan Dennis?
Huh?
Would your
I'd
dream?
love to fight Dylan Dennis. I'd fight him at any weight.
Is that the dream fight?
Dylan Dennis, yeah. That definitely would be. It's too bad he's such a big piece of shit. Because he is big. I seen him at Bellator. He's a big boy, but I'm like, fucking such a big piece of shit. But he's big. He's 5'10". He doesn't even make 170. Make a weight class. He's doing 175. That's not a weight class. You can't be a serious contender if you don't make a weight class that has a title. Right? How can you be a serious contender? Dylan Dennis can't be a serious contender. He's not making a weight class. If you don't make a weight class, then you're nowhere in contention. You're doing catch weight fights. That's not part of contention. You can't fight at 175 and say you're a 170-pound fighter. Harry, I was talking about Dylan Dennis. I was like, you can't be considered in contention for anything when you don't actually make a weight class.
Or you don't actually fight. It's been
There's an art to
3 years?
that. There's an art to that.
How long is it?
The last time he fought was the last time I fought. Actually, no, I'm lying because at least I did combat jiu-jitsu. He didn't even do anything after that fight.
What are you guys gonna say? I'm gonna say.
What do you do after that fight at the Garden?
June 2019.
I'm saying, Harry, that's my dream fight. Dylan Dennis.
Yeah, there you go. That sounds about right. Ike.
Yeah, the only problem, Harry, I was saying is that guy's a big piece of shit. He's big. He's 5'10".
He's a thick boy.
He's a thick boy to move around. But
he had that boxing match with the YouTuber that he fucking pulled out.
What do you think, Harry? We'll fight at 175. TRT Manimal.
Yeah, he was on that Bellator 222 card.
Yeah, if you're allowed to take TRT to get up to 75, hell yeah. It's just got to be outside the UFC. That's all I'm hearing.
Yeah, that's all I'm hearing.
And meanwhile, it sounds like USADA is going to be going the way of Dodo pretty soon because we're getting Connor sounds like he's getting quite an exception to that little 6-month rule.
Oh, is he?
They basically, the head of USADA came out and said, oh, well, our policy technically says that you have to be in the pool for 6 months, but we've talked to his team and blah, 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 blah. End of the day, they're saying that they're going to let him fight after 2 clean tests. So he doesn't need to do 6 months. He doesn't fucking, it's so fucking.
To his team. Hey, Harry, let me ask you a question. Is Ike clean?
Ike's fucking clean as could be. Clean as a whistle.
Harry, is Ike clean? Crystal, right? Yeah, I think he's clean too. All right, you're good, Ike.
And USADA, they're like the Santa Claus on the fire engine, coming down for Connor.
We're on the honor system out here.
But I just don't understand, it feels like the UFC is literally trying to delegitimize their entire brand right now. Between fucking Power Slap and now we're going to start just handing out USADA exemptions for our big stars whenever we want.
We don't talk about power bullshit.
Of course, but you know what I'm saying. It just feels I saw a great clip today from Dan Hardy, right, where he was on some podcast and he was talking about. Somebody asked him, "What do you think of the whole thing?"
It's disgusting.
Right. He's like, it's not a real sport. And then he made a very good point that I thought was interesting, where he was talking about, think back to Dan Hardy versus GSP, right? That's 2010. It's less than 15 years ago. And could you imagine if in 2010 the UFC started and attached their name and their brand so heavily to this fucking slap fighting nonsense? The company wouldn't exist today. It wouldn't exist today because nobody would have ever taken sports seriously. It would have delegitimized the entire operation.
It's a rich kid, and he's like paying his friends to hang out with him, basically, with Dana White right now.
That's crazy.
And nobody's telling him, like, dude, we got to stop it.
It just sucks to see, like, the quality of the product decline. It sucks to see, like, my own interest in the product decline because of how they're treating it and managing it. Like, you know what I mean? It's like, I enjoy this thing.
We're fucking here, Harry,
Right.
because we might not be able to save MMA, but we will damn fucking sure avenge it.
Yes, sir. That's right.
Go up to Dana White's house, that motherfucker.
Allegedly in the video.
Allegedly,
game, not really.
In my imagination.
Yeah.
I would love to.
We don't want anybody showing up and knocking Mandel's door.
I heard you were gonna show up at my house. I'm here.
Hey, listen, you can send whoever you want, just don't expect them back.
Manimal, there's a green dot on your forehead. I don't know where that came from.
Praise Odin.
He's an Indian
take
joke?
whenever he wants.
God. But it just sucks, man. It really just sucks.
Your internet or the
No, it
what
sucks.
are we
I
talking
agree with you.
All of it.
No, I agree with them. I hate the quality of the promotion. They barely promote these great fights. Barely fucking pay these guys what they're worth. I know it's getting a little better, but it's still not where it should be.
And then they're trying to push these guys like Paddy Pimblett and Makayev, and they're starting to match make these guys super soft and trying to like it feels like they're doing fucking Scott Coker Bellator shit, man.
Little arrogant.
Bellator has no pretension about it.
Right, like banger co-mains.
I respect that. That's just the way that they build prospects. Maybe I don't agree with it. Maybe I don't like it all the time, but that's the way that they do it. I respect that. The UFC
I don't
is
like it either because they try to fuck me over, but that's the way they do it, and they don't make a pretense. They're not like we're serious. They're like if you're
like,
serious,
no, this is a squash. Yeah.
No, but if you're serious, you fight in the tournament.
Right.
If
Everybody else can be cannon fodder.
Yeah, if you're serious, you fight in the Bellator tournament for whatever weight class they're doing. That winner is a serious champion on par to me with any other champion.
I agree with that.
Right, but barring that, they're squash fights, like you said.
Right.
It's like,
yeah. Right.
It's like, I'm trying to build this dude up.
I was just gonna say, do you have a problem with the way they match make the lily pads to get, say, Alex Pereira to that Israel Adesanya fight? Do you have a problem with that, or is it like now we got a sick rivalry?
I understand why Alex got rushed along. That made sense to me.
The number 4 guy, Sean Strickland, was ranked 4, and he beat him.
Right. He earned that.
It's not like he beat the number 15 guy and then got a title shot. He beat the number 4 guy.
I don't know if he's beating Vettori.
Who?
Pereira.
Oh, because wrestling wise. Or who's
Marvin's
the one?
Very smart.
Who's the champion Bellator? Is it Johnny Eblin?
I think Eblin would run through.
Bingo.
I'm so sorry, friends. I'm having a little family emergency right now with some health stuff, so I gotta jump real quick. But I love all of you guys. It's a pleasure.
God bless you, and give us an update.
We talk next week. It's always fucking something in this house. It's always something.
All right,
take it easy, brother.
Yeah. Okay.
Yikes.
God damn, Harry. Yeah, right. Fuck. All right, hold on. I'm gonna need to smoke about that too, Kerr.
He would have to pay a sperm bank to take his sperm.
What?
They pay him to keep it. Harry went to the sperm bank. They paid him to keep his sperm. Oh, I forgot to ask him if he was sickly as a kid. You got to remind me.
Forget. Harry, were you a sick kid?
Carrie, I like your artwork. You put that Bugs Bunny behind you?
Yeah. That came out really good.
It came out good.
Nice.
Yeah, he's smoking.
Bugs Bunny.
Got a joint too. I even made the joint look lit. I think that's pretty fucking cool.
Oh, that looks good. Yeah, it looks like it's on fire.
Cherried.
Like an ember. Oh, you know what other fight was good? Gunnar Nelson
Yes,
Arena.
I was
Nice
gonna say,
armbar.
that was a great fight.
Mount, couple shots, armbar, boom. Nice.
That armbar transition, I was like, yo, I'm like, look, Christy, he's transitioning to armbar. She's like, how do you tell? I'm like, look at his leg, it's going to the ankle. Because you see it all coming. It was great. It was great.
You saw, yeah, he got the angle, he threw a few strikes, which makes it easier because the guy does that. And then he just wrapped up that arm. And with short time, I think it was only 20 seconds left.
Good fight. And I said, because it was like so funny, this guy that was sitting next to us goes, because you seem to know what you're talking about over here. He's like, who do you think is going to win this fight? I'm like, Gunnar Nelson. He's like, they said he hasn't won in 2 years. I'm like, I'm telling you, he's going to win. And he was just turns around and he's like, who else do you think is going to win? Apparently, he made a lot of money on my bets.
Nice.
Kerry, you don't like to bet though, right?
No, I just like to make other people money.
But you bet on pool.
Well, no.
You don't bet on your games?
I don't bet on my games. It's a tournament. So I'm playing for money, but I'm
You
not.
never bet side money on your games?
No, there's no Calcuttas. If it's in Vegas, there probably is. I remember going to Vegas years ago, and in the practice room, they were doing what's called Calcuttas, all sorts of side betting. It was pretty cool.
Calcuttas.
Yeah, it was pretty interesting.
Just hey, listen, India is the world's largest democracy. So don't get it twisted.
John Deere?
What about John Deere?
What'd you say? India?
India. Am I choppy?
No.
Oh, you just making fun of me? Is my Brooklyn accent coming out?
Like, yo, the John Deere.
Oh, John Deere. Dear John. What?
I'm making some chicken parm right now for the first time. Breaded the chicken, cooked it, flipped it.
Oh, listen. Hopefully, when Steamroller gives us, hopefully that code makes it that the tickets are a little cheaper.
That would be so.
Oh yeah, his fight was announced.
Yeah, fight was announced. Steamroller versus Dober. Oh, I wanted to get shit. Can we get Kid on before his fight? Or is he?
We got another Monday. Oh,
we do, right? We should try to get Kid on Monday.
That'll be good.
And then we'll get Steamroller on a little bit closer to his fight.
this is Frivola's time, man. Top 15, here he come.
Top 15.
A really good fight for him.
He's taken very little damage his last two fights. So whatever he had, he recovered from. Right? I think he's looking good. He's surging. You know,
is he gonna do some jits? Surprise everybody, or is he gonna finally knock out the Jay Leno jaw?
Why not just take it to the ground? Matt's a good wrestler. He could strike with him enough to make it easy to wrestle. You know, you mix it up with your Dober for a minute or two, and take him down.
It's his time, man. I feel it.
And Matt's jiu-jitsu's been feeling good too. We've been training.
Light.
Kerry, how's Sage?
Oh, that's what I'm like sitting here, kind of just watching her lay down. I don't know. I'm gonna have to take her to the vet again, like to the vet, so they can make sure there's no nothing stuck in her throat or some shit. I don't fucking know.
You know Doc from Sarah's? He's a vet in Bayshore.
Oh yeah. Oh, that's so far.
So far, right? Yeah.
I
don't know. I need a new vet. So
there's one in Greenlawn, not far from here.
Poor Sage.
Yeah, she's not.
Yeah.
I mean, she's acting all right, but she's, she always sleeps.
Yeah. Sometimes they just, cats sleep 20 hours a day anyway.
Yeah, but she's like, the noise she's making when she's throwing up, it's like she's trying to get something out. It's weird.
Like, do you have any animals?
Just the dog.
Oh, what kind of dog you got?
Half Great Pyrenees, half Golden.
Oh, shit.
It's perfect. He's hyper, protective, loving.
Nice.
Is he cool with the youngin?
Is he protective of your kids?
Of the house in general.
Oh. My dog is crazy protective at the door. She's like, why the fuck are you walking past? Which in Brooklyn is tougher than at your house because you live up the fucking stairway to heaven over there. To get to you, you have to be committed. Before I climb your stairs, I call I'm like, hey, listen, in case I don't make it back,
Let's do it.
Just to get milk.
I went to listen, babe. If I don't make it back, don't wait up for me. It's like,
Call this number.
what do you
Go to
do?
this location.
Ike, what do you do when it snows over there?
He said you don't.
Just wait for it to melt.
I wait for it to melt. You're like, I call in. I'm not working, guys. Not leaving the house. Stock up.
I don't leave when it snows. I try not to. It's terrible around here.
I'm gonna make a prediction.
Because your thing is tough, like where you park, like that dip.
Yep. What's your prediction, like?
On the way down for Chandler, and on the way up for Vola. Vola will be Chandler's retirement fight.
Ooh.
In maybe 18 months. And then Frivola cracks top 5. And then so Dober will put him at 14. Jalen Turner, Armin Tsarukian, the guys he's fought are 7 and 10.
What's Tsarukian, Armin?
8.
That's a tough fight, but I will tell you this. He did get a takedown in on Armin.
Yeah, short notice, right? Wasn't that like
Short notice, they switched the opponent. That happens to him a lot, I feel like.
Yeah, it does.
Or it did happen to him a lot during the COVID times.
Mm-hmm.
He would like have an opponent and then they would get him switched a week out.
Yep.
And that Armin one, it was like a killer. He was supposed to fight like Frank Camacho, which is, I mean, I'm not saying it's an easy fight because no guy's easy, but I mean, you see where he's at now.
Yeah. They're saying like Armin's like Khabib, like the wrestling, the stamina,
yeah,
the grappling.
Armin's a tough fucking. I was training to fight Frank Camacho. Who'd I get? Armin. Oh,
his name's Armin.
His name's Armin.
I was about to fight Frankie, and now I'm fighting fucking Armin.
I was fighting Frank Camacho. Sounds like a comic book character. Now Armin Tsarukian even pronounce his last fucking name.
Tsarukian.
Tsarukian. Sounds like a fucking Dragon Ball Z character I'm fighting.
Rivola Fiziev would be fucking nuts.
Oh, they used to train together too.
Really?
Yeah. I think Steamroller trained in Thailand. Didn't he train in Tiger Muay Thai? He said that dude's real good. Like just Muay Thai.
No offense, but the Oliveira, Poirier, Gaethje, Chandler, like those guys in the top 5, it's gonna flip flop. And I think Frivola's at the right point at the right time in his career.
Because those guys will cannibalize each other.
Yeah.
By the time Steamroller works through the rankings, they'll actually be different guys.
They've had so many wars.
They're gonna cannibalize each other. Poirier, Gaethje, Islam. Islam got a fight again too. Who's he up with? Are they gonna put him with Gaethje for the title?
Wow, I would love the rematch with Volk.
Oh, I gave Volk that fight personally. I even gave Volk. I told you I'm biased for short guys though. If you're fucking,
he wants Edwards next.
He wants what?
He wants to move up
to 70. Who, Volk?
Islam wants to fight Edwards.
Oh, I saw that.
Jeez.
That could be actually a very good fight for Islam.
That's talk. That's all talk.
I don't know.
I would respect it.
I thought you meant Volk wanted to go up to 170. I was like, that's exciting.
That guy's the man.
He'd be like Matt Serra. He'd be trained for that dude. Because everyone that fights 170 is like 6 feet tall. And you'd be like, who's 170 and like 5'6"? Like no one. So, and he moves very fast. So he'd be punching you in the face. And you'd be like, oh, fuck. Because he can get heavy. I'm telling you, Volk could fight every weight class.
Like BJ Penn.
BJ Penn fought at heavyweight.
Lyoto, right?
Yeah, Lyoto was open weight, right? It was like 215. I think
BJ was enjoying life.
He was just enjoying life. He was just eating fucking pigs on the spit. He was just the whole pig. Beers, a lot of alcohol. How much alcohol was BJ drinking?
Oh, how much did he drink on fight week? I I would say Cowboy, BJ. We're talking top 5 drinkers on fight week. There has to be a British guy.
Cowboy, BJ, Josh Barnett, Bass Rutten.
Boss Rutten.
Bass Rutten, 100%.
Yeah.
I feel like Cormier, like he's cleaned up enough, but after he weighs in on Friday, he does pancakes, fucking hash browns. He goes
Pancakes are
nuts.
good. That's my favorite pre-fight food. Always looking for a good pancake spot after the weigh-ins.
Aljo scared me as soon as Aljo said he had pancakes. It didn't go well, but meanwhile, you see Nas, you see Cheeto. They do pancakes. Sugar
Pancakes. Yeah,
Sean.
I always do pancakes.
What did Aljo have in his pancakes?
Well, you should do what you normally do. If you normally don't have pancakes, don't then suddenly have pancakes. But if you're like go to, high carb post weight cut food is pancakes.
That's not buff on a budget.
That's not buff on a budget. That's just fucking thick with no shtick.
Oh man, what's Marab? Marab doesn't drink, right? He's
not Muslim. Remember, if you're from Georgia, that's the Christian side of the Caucasus. So he could have a drink. The Caucasus Mountains, yeah.
CAW.
But if you're Muslim, you don't drink. And we've been in dispute about this weed issue for a while.
Yeah, my wife's country, 0 weed. Like if you're in jail if you do weed.
Where?
Macedonia.
I'd be miserable there.
I'd be miserable too.
They'd be like, why is Manimal such an asshole?
Oh my god. Her friends thought they were smoking weed. It was like a very weak spliff. And I was like, try this pen. They couldn't stop smiling. What is this? And they were driving, which wasn't smart of me to give them before driving. It was during dessert. And I said, have a nice flight, because they were just toasted. They were like smoking like a cigarette. I was like, oh.
Like, Friday, you got to come. We got to do a skit.
Yes. Line up the white belts, please. If we could do a little everything of teaching, line up the white belt. And
did you get any of those clips of the moves?
Line up the white belts. I'll be the only one.
Right, you took some videos of the moves.
I have a lot of stuff of your training, but
right?
I just wrapped up a video for shout outs to Justin Montalvo's management, Wolf Sports. I just wrapped that up. Oh my!
Shout out to Justin.
He's not Jewish, but you know the part at minute 23. How do I say it? I'm like, just say it. Just give me the list of the edits. Like, and I made sure he kept seeing V5, V6 for the versions that I'm uploading. Versions, not virgins. I hope I.
Versions.
The version. They're like, somebody's like, some teenage kid watching. He's like, dude, you could upload virgins. I'll download. But I want him to see how many versions I was doing for him. I was like, before the last version, I was like, can we do this payment thing? Oh, see, the funny thing about payment, I'm like, here we go.
See, the funny thing about that is I don't pay.
The funny thing
about paying is I don't.
Long story short, you're up next. Manimal.
I'm up next.
Whatever you want to call it.
You let me know. I thought.
Oh, give me a time. Do you want a minute, 2 minutes, 5 minutes? There's a lot to work with.
I mean, minute and a half clips is the most you could boost on YouTube. I'm not YouTube, Insta.
Okay.
But I wonder if we should go big in YouTube. I wonder if I should go in YouTube.
Do you have a YouTube? Do you have a YouTube?
Not really. Maybe I have 900 subscribers on an old channel I used to have for my gym.
YouTube is gold. A lot of companies look at YouTube.
Yep.
That's what people are saying. I was like, Nikki.
1,000.
Nick Lamagna. He had a YouTuber on his podcast. Someone that helps you do your YouTube. It was very convincing, the argument for YouTube over social media. I put up a good post, let's say, and that shit goes away. No one sees it again after 3 or 4 days. But on YouTube, someone might see it if you hashtag it right and use the right searches, and it could be better content. Then you could always archive it for other stuff. Like you have a newsletter. It's like, oh, check out these fucking 3 jujitsu exercises I do for shoulder mobility. Boom. You know, or whatever, right? You could just pull that. To do it on Instagram, it would be like, right, 60-second reel. It wouldn't really be.
I don't even know what the fuck the difference is between a reel, a post, and
Well, now
like
they want you to do all your videos like reels. It's fucking complicated. It's beyond the scope of this.
Jake Fine was right though. TikTok, they're throwing out views. It's like until it's regulated, he says it's the wild, wild west. I just
Yeah, how do you know where the fuck are all those views coming from? The problem, the problem with TikTok is, I don't know anyone that's monetized from TikTok. Do you know anyone that's like, yo, I'm making mad fucking money off TikTok?
I feel like I've heard the term TikTok star. I just don't know who.
Yeah, I don't care if you're known. Are you making money off of it? Like, are you able to take that TikTok traffic? TikTok, say that 10 times fast.
TikTok traffic, TikTok traffic, TikTok, TikTok.
You mother.
I feel like somebody like Valerie Laredo who has a career already can use TikTok as to boost her career. But
Even then,
somebody who started in
it
TikTok,
doesn't monetize. I don't know anyone that makes money from TikTok. If you make money from TikTok, let me know.
if Jake Fine's not making money, then it's hard because I heard he's doing really well. I think he showed me his page. It was like 100K just for like showing a fucking shitty Taekwondo technique.
Well,
I was like,
praise Odin. God's willing.
yeah, is this the release, the red carpet?
I don't know. Hopefully, we get a red carpet going for summer 2023. That'll be like a 4-year anniversary.
Ooh.
So, scary.
That'd be
I
sick.
gotta get the animal documentary out. And I asked the gods too. They said focus on jujitsu this year. Where's Harry? I gotta tell my manager. Focus on jujitsu because we got
Your manager can't even get Wi-Fi.
my manager can't even get Wi-Fi. You're fucking fired.
But he'll never hear that.
Never hear it.
You gotta call him on the payphone.
That's like Kerry. I tried to have a serious conversation with Dan in the car, and he totally overrode me. I'm like, now I gotta do this again. Like, I tried to talk serious to him, and he totally was on a different tangent. He just over talked to me. I was like, are you listening to me? He's like, what about when this guy? It's like, motherfucker.
Dude, few and far people in between like actually absorb like what you're saying. So many times I see people just like they wait for you to stop talking and then they talk, and it's like I feel like communication's very valuable.
If you listen a little faster, you keep up.
But not even sometimes people just I don't know. I hate the whole same shit different day people. It's like what you broadcast, it's a scientific fact that like thoughts it creates a frequency, so it's like you're wiring your brain to like
think that things are shitty.
Yeah. Can't complain. And I almost responded to somebody who said that. I was like, how you doing? Can't complain. But would you if you could?
Yeah.
Would you? Do you need a fucking therapist? Is that what you're telling me here? What do you need? Do you need a shoulder to cry on? Is this a cry for help?
It's like, well, you're not dead.
Well, you're not dead. Is that a good thing?
There's that.
Are you saying like you wish you were? Like, what should we do here? Tell me the level we're at.
Oh my God. I went to my mom and my wife 2 years ago. I was like, man, I just want to disappear. And I was like Googling like Hawaii gyms to like just stay at Airbnb, potentially train. They're like, oh my God, he wants to kill himself. I was like, no, I just need a break. I was like, there's a lot going on.
It's important. It's a strong masculine urge. I don't know if it's a feminine urge, but I feel it all the time. I love traveling. And, it's very Odinic too. You got to travel so you could gain wisdom, experience, meet new people, right? learn new things, see how different people operate. So it's important.
Mm.
And solo adventuring sometimes, adventuring with your group, right, is all different types of experiences. It's super important. I think the human experience, I think it's important to adventure. So
Agreed.
you're just feeling a need for adventure. Of course you do. Why wouldn't you?
I get the itch around this time of the year. It's like you could taste summer, so it's like I'll try to go to somewhere warmer. I'm going to the UFC in Miami. Pereira,
Hey,
Adesanya. That's gonna be fucking
Oh, when's that?
April
7th?
8th.
April 8th. Pereira Adesanya. What's on the undercard of that?
Masvidal, Burns, and that's all I remember.
It's a good fight.
And
I
then
don't know. Masvidal, I'm going to have to agree with Harry on that one. He's the best journeyman, but
I could go viral if I'm like, hey, Dana, if I bring up power slap and slapping his wife, make a correlation at the post-fight press conference. But I was like, I do want to go to the Newark one.
You don't want to ruin it for yourself? Do you think they're going to have facial recognition cameras, and when you walk into Newark at the Prudential Center, just fucking robo dogs?
Did you hear about
And
this?
fucking security with M16s.
I think it's all bullshit.
Throw you on the floor and be like, "We heard what you said about power slap. We put a fucking $1 billion. You what? you smack. Then you power
slap me.
fucking $1 billion. How much? $100 million.
If I walked up and slapped Dana White at the press, if that doesn't get 5 million views.
I don't know what will.
And if I like had tape to the back of like a shirt, like for Mrs. White, and slap them, and then they would take me down, take me out. But if that shit did not get like,
I got your back.
They will.
Ooh.
They
I
won't
wouldn't
even
tell my
see
mom
me. His
that.
bodyguards are tall. I've seen them.
I
They're
told my
gigantic.
mom that I was gonna go. I was like, I'm taking down Dana White. I was like, we're
It-
gonna
all I
interview
know
some
is
ring
Dana
card
White-
girls, some interns, like females that work in the office. Like, come on. And she goes, oh my God. Cause I like laid it out for her. She goes, oh my God. She's like, he knows more people than you. I was
Dana White better not send hitmen to the house.
like, it'd be anonymous. It'd be anonymous. Dana White asked the first reporter who said it. They're like, Ike said it. He goes, I'm like, what the fuck? That's not a source. That's not how you do it. I got sauces close to the situation.
Sources. I got John Jones got sources close to the situation.
Yeah.
I made a vow to never watch a Dana White press conference, so I tried to watch John Jones at the last pay-per-view. I don't know if you guys catch this, but when he speaks through his nose, he tries to be holy. He's like, and now I found peace, and because my Lord, Jesus Savior, he's helped me get to this moment. I've never been more. And I was like, dude, you're literally in the same town where you smacked your wife last year, receiving a Hall of Fame induction. I was like,
He's like, and then right after that speech, he blew lines of coke off a hooker's titties. While his wife cried in the corner, wait, bitch, I'll be done in a few. Tight. He always loves. Do you notice that John Jones always loves like the trashiest white chicks, like from like the South, the Midwest?
like Tiger Woods.
Yes. He has Tiger Woods syndrome. It can happen to you.
Would you have a problem if it was his wife with the kids and then a side piece?
I don't have a problem with anything.
And is that offensive to say that?
Don't ask me. I don't have a problem with anything. I don't care if he has a fucking Holly Polly Christmas. I don't give a shit. But don't try to act holy. Like, that's not part of the Christian religion, right? You have to pick a different religion if you want to do that. Right? You can't be like, praise Jesus on the one hand, and then, fucking have, orgies with coke and prostitutes and alcohol on the other hand. And
his success is definitely a curse.
Yeah.
Yes, which I love. which I love. I fucking love it.
Fascinating.
It's like mythology. It's like for every win, he gets more fucked up. Like I'm just waiting for him to like run someone over with his car.
Well, what's his god complex now at heavyweight? It must be just fucking crazy. Just the fact that like now I'm the baddest man in the planet. It's like
The heavyweight champion. So now
that's why I love Francis Ngannou, man. He's just you know he's got a big member because the way how calm he is. Like John Jones is like, hold on, give me a minute. Like he's a fluffer. John Jones is a fluffer.
I'm sure they're all hung like horses, but actually I'm lying.
Oh, the steroids.
Horses, remember, horses wish they were hung like us. Because in relation to your body, I told you this one, right, Ike?
No, but continue.
Okay, so listen. A horse weighs about 1,000 pounds, right? A big male horse. And his dick is like 20 inches long. So that's 1 inch per 50 pounds dick to body ratio. A 200-pound guy with a 4-inch dick would be the same ratio. He'd be hung like a horse. So if you had a guy who weighed 200 pounds and his dick was 6 inches, the fucking horse would be envious. He'd be like, look at the size of that dude's dick in comparison to his body. To be like, wow, I want to be hung like a human.
So Harry's like a 2.4.
But imagine if you're like a $150 and you have like an 8-inch dick, then the horse is like, this fucking guy. He's like making us look bad out there.
He's a mutant.
Well, if you think about it in relation to body size, yeah. Humans have the largest penis of any primate.
Oh, take that, King Kong.
Take that, King Kong. You might whip my ass, but I'll tear your girl's pussy up.
This is the promo. This is the promo.
The promo for what?
Only the good stuff comes in the 50th minute.
Close to the end, you get gold. Comedy gold.
When there's like minutes left, that's when it's the best.
Oh my gosh.
You know what? When my comedy is really good, 7 a.m. I don't know why. But my comedy at 7 a.m. class was flying.
I appreciate that. That means like you're willing yourself to, or like you're making like. You ever notice people will like wake themselves up by arguing, like talk about shit they hate? Like I feel like if your comedy is good, that means you're waking yourself up by like good music, good vibes. Like I appreciate that.
Good energy.
I stopped coffee for 2 days because you got.
Hey, how do you feel?
I relapsed.
Nah, then you can't feel anyway. Well, we're 3 weeks in.
I
was, I think, 3 weeks and 2 days. But
that's impressive.
I tell you what.
Oh, what the hell was your fast thing? You went 60 hours?
Yeah, almost 3 days.
What the fuck?
Well, because I said, like I told you, I celebrate today is like my New Year's. So I fast for like 3 days. Then I do my rituals. I honor the gods and prepare for the coming year. Prepare. I prepare.
I think I understood what you're saying.
I prepare.
Your eyes are glazed. Was that a new video? The one shot?
Yeah, it was just on the beach. I was gonna set up a tripod, but there was actually some people at the beach. My neighborhood's kind of Haitian, and Haitians also practice a pagan religion. So like if you do voodoo, that's pagan. And if you practice a pagan religion, you'd be following similar things. So like there was a couple dudes on the beach that couldn't set the tripod up. But after I came out of the water, they were like this fucking crazy white dude, and they left. So then I grabbed my camera. So because I wanted to set my tripod up, but they were doing their thing. But that fucking water was cold. So when I was in the water, I was like, when I dipped under it, I was like, fuck! And they're like, fucking crazy.
Is he killing somebody?
Yeah, the fucking water was cold this morning.
He's killing the water.
Just talking about water made you thirsty.
My fucking balls shriveled up like they went inside. They were like, why are you doing this? They're like, why'd you want to do this?
I can't. They went inside.
I heard in the samurai's days their balls would go into their stomach as like a defense mechanism.
I mean, it never happened when I fought, so I don't know. Maybe. We're maybe wearing. I've seen their armor. It has a cup in it. So why would they need? I mean, how protective are they of their nuts? They have a cup. Calm down.
I know. Fucking the greatest samurai.
Metal, yeah, I guess. And they're Japanese. Come on, stop it. Am I being racist? Was that racist?
So Cheeto Vera versus Corey Sandhagen this weekend.
Oh, I like that. Is that a fight night?
Yes.
Yeah, that's gonna be blood.
5 rounds. Ooh, I
You
like
got
that for 5 rounds.
killers.
2 killers. Corey Sandhagen looks great. And
Marab versus the winner.
Huh?
Marab versus the winner. O'Malley versus the loser.
Like that.
Shouldn't it be Marab O'Malley?
The UFC is not gonna do that. It should be.
That's what it should be. Yeah, Marab O'Malley is the next big fight to make. Marab surgeon. You want to talk about a guy who's fucking surgeon? Marab is like that fight with Peter Yan. He just like, when was the last time you seen someone just get fucking worked like a former champ, just get like tired in his prime? Like, he had a tough fight with Sugar Sean, but Marab just outworked him.
Yeah. I was like, if Peter Yan took down O'Malley, what the fuck do you think the machine's gonna do to O'Malley?
60 takedown. No, not even. He's gonna have less takedown attempts because Peter Yan has great defense, which we saw in the Aljo fight. Like, Yan has good defense. That's why Aljo then in the second fight just took his back. He was like, I'm not even trying. He's like, I don't want to work all that cardio. Or I was like, no, I have great cardio. I'm just gonna fucking shoot 50 times. I guess you could do that. I defended the most takedowns ever. Wow, how many times you get taken down? 10.
I stole that line. That was a good line.
11. What?
You said it last episode too. I like that line.
I defended.
Like, I made history.
I made history. I defended the most takedowns ever. Wow, so you didn't get taken down? No, I got taken down 11 times. Oh, okay. Fuck. Sucks to be
It's like
you.
Brett Favre. He threw the most touchdowns and the most interceptions.
Oh,
I threw the most touchdowns. Nice. Or your interceptions. I also threw the most interceptions.
so there's an old school boxer. You know Floyd Patterson? Floyd Patterson, he was a 2-time heavyweight boxing champion. And one day he's doing an interview, and the interviewer is like, you know, Floyd, you've been knocked down more than any other fighter, any other champion in history. And he was like, oh, he's like, that's great. Thank you. He's like, what do you mean? He's like, that means I got up the most.
Yeah.
If I got knocked down the most, he's like, well, I'm here giving the interviews. That means I got up the most.
I like that.
He's like, so I don't know if you want to end on that note. It's pretty positive.
I was about to just talk about how shitty media is.
Oh, you can
Or not.
Or not.
No, do you want? You could. What do you want to do? I'm not going to stop you from complaining. This is your outlet, Ike.
Yes.
We'll end it on it. Floyd Patterson. I love the movies that look like that. The gloves, the old school. Assemble. 1950. Well, who do you guys got then? Vera or Sandhagen? Yeah, I think we'll all go Vera. The UFC wants him to win too. Love you guys.
Love yous.
Bye.
Please note, the new number is